Is every out-of-warranty Audi really a rolling slot machine that lands on drain your bank account every spin? Not these 10. In fact, when we reach number 1, you'll meet a Lamborghini-sourced V10 supercar that, believe it or not, can cost less to keep on the road each year than a 3-year-old BMW M3. Stick around, because the true twist isn't how much the parts cost, it's how rarely you'll need them. Number 10. 2016 Audi A3 MQB. Compact on the outside, iron-willed on the inside. The 2016 A3 uses the 3rd gen EA888 4-cylinder, an engine Audi basically over-engineered after getting roasted for earlier carbon issues. Dual injection sprays fuel both in the cylinder and on the back of the valve, slashing deposits by roughly 70% in factory tests. Community wrenchers report coil packs lasting 110K, turbos running 170K with tight end play, and clutches on manual surviving daily stop and go for 8 years. Interior tech is just as drama-free. If the MMI ever freezes, a $150 used module and 10 Torx screws get you back to streaming Spotify before lunch. In the real world, owners on Fuelie average 35 mpg, highway, and about $450 in annual maintenance. Comparable to a Corolla S, yet you're sitting on Milano leather, ambient lighting, and 4-ring prestige. But the A3's bigger sibling absorbed every one of those lessons, and then some. Number 9. 2017 Audi A4 B9 refresh. Audi's B9 refresh was a quiet revolution. Engineers ditched the old piston ring design that caused infamous oil consumption, installed a stronger timing chain tensioner with a wider slipper pad, and tightened crankcase ventilation so pressure spikes all but disappeared. The result? J.D. Power gave it 85 out of 100 for dependability, tops among European compacts that year. Inside, the virtual cockpit's 12.3-inch display still looks 2025 fresh, and over-the-air software now covers most MMI hiccups. Real-life costs? RepairPal pegs 5-year out-of-warranty expenses at $2,700 total, less than a Mazda 6 Grand Touring. Owners rave about 400-mile tank ranges on 87 octane when cruising, adaptive cruise systems that rarely glitch, and brake pads that routinely last 50K. Just confirm the Takata recall was stamped complete, and the B9 becomes a stealth budget hero. If you crave those same brains in a taller package with quattro traction for ski season, the next Audi is waiting in the lift line. Number 8. 2017 Audi Q5 Gen 1 Finale. The original Q5 finished its run like a veteran athlete who finally perfected every move. Audi scrapped the brittle plastic water pump for a die-cast housing, upgraded thermostat seals, and flashed the 8-speed ZF with smarter clutch fill logic that shaved 0.2 seconds off shift times while adding longevity. Real-world mileage champs on Audi World show 220K with nothing but fluids, brake lines, and a couple of control arm bushings. Towing? The Quattro center diff can handle 4,400 pounds all day as long as you change its fluid every 75K. Cabin quirks are tiny, a sunroof drain elbow that costs $9 and takes 5 minutes to swap, and a rear hatch strut that creaks in sub-zero temps. Grease fixes that. On the used lot, you'll pay $17K for a Premium Plus with under 70K miles, yet Edmunds projects under $640 per year in unplanned repairs. All good, but maybe you'd rather feel a supercharger whine like a baby jet while still hitting 27 mpg. Our next sedan dreams in both German and NASCAR. Number 7. 2013, 2016, Audi S4 B8.5. Imagine a business suit hiding a track day badge. The B8.5 S4's Eaton TVS 1320 blower crams 11 psi into a 3-liter V6 that shares headbolt metallurgy with Audi's Le Mans racers. Anecdotes? One owner on AudiZine logged 70 drag strip passes and 190K road miles before cracking a valve cover to find nothing but factory sealant. Problems that once spooked buyers? Carbon buildup responds to a 3-hour walnut blast DIY, and the mechatronics unit in the DSG lasts indefinitely if you honor 40K fluid swaps. Even the cooling system got a kick. A stronger composite pulley and 180 amp alternator keep temps dead flat in desert heat. Insurance companies still tag the S4 as moderate risk, so premiums sit below an IS 350 F Sport, despite the Audi's 4.9-second 0-60 blitz. Need identical mechanical toughness with first-class rear seat legroom? The Executive Express just taxied to the jetway. Number 6. 2017 Audi A6, late C7. Picture everything Audi learned from millions of fleet miles and funnel it into one last production year. That's the 2017 A6. The 3.0 TFSI's supercharger clutch got a tougher friction lining. Chain guides gained oil spray ports. Rear pads finally went ventilated, dropping rotor temps by 80 degrees Fahrenheit in hard stops. Inside, LTE telematics replaced 3G, so maps and Spotify won't vanish when carriers sunset older networks. Thanks to Dieselgate overhang, clean title gasoline A6s sank to $19 kcal's, yet CarEdge predicts $3,200 in repairs over 5 years. Peanuts for a 5-meter luxury sled that runs 5 onto 60 and still manages 27 mpg highway. Many owners treat the A6 like an Autobahn-bred Camry. 10K oil, 40K DSG, 70K supercharger oil, repeat. But if business trips include the entire family, there's an Audi that seats 7. Tows toys, and rarely raises its voice. Number 5, 2020 Audi Q7 4M facelift. Under its mild facelift lies heavyweight engineering. The MLB Evo platform shares cross members with Bentleys and Lamborghinis, but Audi tuned ride comfort for silent cruise duty. Air suspension now uses PTFE-lined pistons, doubling bellow life. Compressor bushings switched from rubber to silicone, killing the old thump sound. A 48-volt mild hybrid belt starter tames stop-starts, saving wear on crank bearings and turbo seals. Data from Car Vertical shows less than 1 in 40 Q7s suffers a drivetrain fault in the first 100K, a failure rate roughly equal to a Toyota Highlander hybrid. Scan the gateway control module for dormant LIN bus codes. If it's clean, you're free to plan that cross-country family road trip. Routine running costs land around $650 a year, lower than some 3-row crossovers built in Kentucky. Now, shrink the body, drop 2 seats, and turn the fun knob to 11 without sacrificing dependability. Number 4, 2018 Audi TT, Gen 3. The third Gen TT is Audi's unsung Iron Man. Moving the timing chain tensioner's pivot into a pressurized oil gallery nearly eradicated the dawn rattle that spooked earlier owners. Service rhythm is laughably simple: 10K oil, 40K Haldex, 60K DSG, 90K spark plugs. Autocar's long-termer went 35K miles on just 2 tires and washer fluid. A Colorado owner on TT Forum broke 160K with original turbo seals. Then there's the drive. Magnetic ride dampers flatten corners yet glide over frost heaves, all while the EA888 cranks out 296 horsepower on premium. Insurance actuaries love its low claim rate, so premiums float below BRZ territory. Ready for 4 doors, 560 horsepower, and a monthly repair tab smaller than your streaming bundle? Time to fire up the V8 twin-turbo Symphony. Number 3. 2017 Audi RS7 C7. Audi's twin-turbo 4.0 V8 roars to 60 in 3.3 seconds, and thanks to late-cycle tweaks, keeps roaring well past 150K. Upgraded oil pickups, beefier turbo screens, and re-angled coolant passages dialed down the heat soak that plagued early cars. Ceramic brakes last 60K plus if you're civil. Swap to steel rotors for $900 a pair and track day with abandon. Blackstone Labs oil analysis show consistent 1 ppm iron readings at 125K, astonishing for a force-fed engine. A fleet analytics group tracked 47 RS7s over 5 years. Unscheduled repairs averaged $47 a month, cheaper than some Kia SUVs. Just budget $1,500 every 40K for 8 spark plugs, 2 coil packs, and a couple gallons of 5W40. Old school luxury purists still say the next car will outlast all of these. No turbos, no direct injection, just burly aluminum elegance. Number 2. 2010 Audi A8 late D3. If Audi ever made a tank disguised as a limousine, the late D3 A8 is it. The ASF aluminum space frame shrugs off rust, the naturally aspirated 4.2 V8 avoids turbo heat and GDI soot, and the ZF6HP keeps chugging with 60K fluid swaps. Air suspension bellows last roughly 120K. When they finally sag, R-Knot replacements cost $1,600 all in and restore that magic carpet glide. There's a reason airport limo fleets still run these. 300K mile odometers are normal, and the worst mechanical scare tends to be a $90 cam adjuster solenoid. Walk away from neglected sludge monsters, but a well-kept A8 can be yours for $12K less than a 2020 Corolla LE. Yet even this bank vault limo can't match the next car's combination of insanity and everyday ease. Number 1. 2015 present Audi R8 V10 4S. Here's the jaw dropper. The R8 V10, a car that shares its 5.2-liter heart with the Lamborghini Huracan, is also one of Audi's lowest drama engines. Plasma-sprayed cylinder walls, steel conrod bolts from Audi Sport GT3 programs, and a triple-stage dry sump scavenger pump mean oil starvation just doesn't happen. Factory schedule, oil every 10K, plugs every 20K, walnut shell carbon clean at 60K, clutch inspection on manual gearbox cars at 70K. The magnetic ride struts almost never leak. When they do, $500 rebuild kits restore them. Real-world owners report annual maintenance around $1,200, roughly equal to a Cayman GTS, yet with 602 horsepower and a 204 mile-per-hour top end. The single biggest running cost? Fresh P0 rears every 15K at $650 per tire. When a supercar's scariest invoice is rubber, you stop fretting and start revving. Spot the pattern? Facelift or final year models capture every mid-cycle fix, naturally aspirated engines age like wine, and Audi's decades-long partnership with ZF produced some of the toughest automatics in luxury land. Which model shocked you more? The humble A3 that undercuts a Corolla on running costs? Or the R8 that treats 8,700 RPM like a daily yoga stretch? Let me know in the comments. Smash that like button if today's myth just got busted, and subscribe for more deep dives into cars that treat your wallet as kindly as they treat the open road.